Alright, before we start, I'm just going to discuss what the American football spiral is. So we found it's a one-arm, overarm throw. The mass or the inertia and the dimensions of the object being the football being thrown, plus the size of our target area, are some constraints on our movement pattern. We also found that the coordination of our body parts is a vital part in the successful completion of the throw. So the football spiral, we found it had a moderate level of complexity, so it can be practiced in part practice. We've also got a few outcome measures that we're going to measure throughout the 5-week training program. So firstly, we're going to look at the number of successful attempts we're making to hit the target. We've also got the distance being achieved, so we're starting off at a small distance and then bumping it up each week to a larger distance. And then finally, we've got the average number of errors that we're making from the intended target. Alrighty, so for our STP, we've chosen to do the gridiron spiral, a fundamental part of the gridiron game. And so in our 5-week training program, we'll be learning how to do the gridiron spiral and hit a target from 20 metres out to resemble a male adult's chest. So first of all, we've got a 5-week training plan. We're training 3 times a week. So we got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Each training session is 30 minutes, so it's a total of 90 minutes a week, which is, I'm pretty sure it's 450 minutes of the total of the 5-week course. Today we're just going to have an introduction to the skill, run through the key elements, and we'll give it a go. Alright, so to hold the gridiron first, you're going to have 3 fingers along the seam of the ball, and you've got the index finger slightly off, and then you're creating an L shape with your index finger and your thumb. Then your stance, you want to have your front foot pointing towards where you want to throw it, same with your shoulder. Then you come back, you're getting your wind up, using your legs to push through some power, and then just going forward. Alright, so we're going to give Josh a go. He's going to take a series of 2 throws. We're not focusing on accuracy or anything at the moment, just going for distance to get his technique right. We'll see how he goes.
Alright, so I've got my 3 fingers over the seam, and I'm making the L shape with my index finger and my thumb. Got my weight evenly distributed, my shoulder facing forward, and my release.
Oh, it was a beautiful throw.
I'll try it again. Oh.
Alright, so now those 2 throws have been done, we'll provide him with a little bit of feedback. I saw on the first throw it was flawless, it was a great one. But on the second throw you could see he was thinking too much about the idea of throwing the football. Alrighty, so after the last 2 weeks we've been using quite a lot of distributed practice. Josh has been making good progress in hitting the target. He's successfully been hitting the target each time. So we thought we'd bump it up and do a bit more of constant practice. We got the 10 sets of 4 coming now, so we'll do 4 consecutive throws. We'll give him some feedback, have a break, and then get back into it. Alright, this time we're going to move the target to a distance of 10 meters. We're going to try and introduce a bit of speed as well, so we're focusing on technique, speed and accuracy. The key points is that we've got to still look at the key elements of the skill, making sure we're having the perfect setup of the gridiron spiral so we can hit the target successfully. Alright, so we're back here in week 4 of our 5-week training program for the American football spiral. So our goal today is to make 40 football spirals. It's going to be 5 sets, and each set's going to consist of 8 throws. We're going to have about a minute break between our throws, so this will allow us to restate our key elements of the skill, because we also want to provide the correct technique whilst we're doing these throws. So we're going to throw the ball 40 times, and we're going to be at a distance of 15 metres from our target this week. So we're going to look at maybe increasing a bit of our speed of the spiral, but we also want to maintain the correct technique. So we're going to give Josh a go. Here we have Josh demonstrating perfect and correct technique. Alright, hey guys, we're back for week 5 of our 5-week training program. We've successfully hit the target multiple times from the 15 metre range. So this week we're going to do 40 football spirals again, but it's going to be 2 sets of 20 and we're going to have a minute break between our throws. So we still want to keep on with our technique, we don't want to lose technique, but we're getting into the mass practice and we're just going to do it a bit. We're going to vary it a bit. We're going to go up to 20 metres. Last week we were at 15. We're just going to go a bit further back. So we're more in a game situation of those long throws. It's going to be a 30-minute session and we'll see how we go.
Overall, I found that learning to throw the gridiron ball was really made easy through our training program. By having set out our training program with specific targets and goals, it made the learning really effective. We had something to aim for each week and it just made the whole experience a lot easier for me. The sessions were designed to be simple and effective, and for me this is an effective way to learn. It allowed me to focus on skill and technique before progressing to power and accuracy. By having a baseball background, it made the learning of the release and the setup of the throw easy to learn, just transfer of skills. But as far as the release was concerned, instead of having a wrist flick, it was slightly different, and it became a lot harder when I was dealing with power and accuracy. It was something I really had to work on.
Right, so as the teacher, I found the training to be it was really clear. We used clear instructions and demonstrations to break down the skill, and we found this reduced confusion. So throughout the session we'd restate the key elements of the skill, and we'd use some visual and verbal cues to get the learner to direct their attention to these points of the skill, and this would allow him to successfully complete the task of hitting the target.